I'm going to tell you a story. You see, something happened in my university days. One of the most brilliant people I've ever seen till date. For context, he did an engineering course. For 5 years, he had only one B, all A's. Finished with 4.99 engineering. Brilliant chap. Now imagine someone like that, so brilliant, then he develops a mental issue in his second year. From a wealthy home, they are taking him everywhere. Nothing was getting better. And they were trying severally to book an appointment with Bishop Oyedepo, so that he could pray for them. And they hadn't yet been given an appointment. But it so happened, and I'm sharing this to the glory of God, it so happened that one day, I was walking past him on campus. And when he passed, I sensed this strange, dark presence. So I called him back quickly. I said, do you have a few minutes? Can I pray for you? And he said, yes. So I called him to a room. I called my wife who was there, Sister Laju. She was in the fellowship. Why she joined the fellowship, I don't know. If she really joined to be a part of the work or she was checking me out, I don't know. Anyway, we're blessed, we're happily married, But I called her into the meeting, called some people. Now, listen to me. As soon as, oh my God, the spirit realm is real. If you ask that boy when he was conscious, what is wrong with you? He couldn't articulate. In fact, he thought it started around the time he wrote WAEC. That's what he thought. But as soon as I laid hands on him, I heard another voice. This is strange. But his spirit man cried out and said, help me. He has tormented me since I was a child. And then I heard another voice again. A dark, mocking voice. Oh my God. And this is what the voice said. He said, in June 6, 2006, cast me out of someone in Benin. And I left and I entered him as a baby. Oh yes. And I said, why? He said, because he was handsome. He made us jealous. I said, that's it. When I was done praying for him and I asked him, when is your birthday? He said, June 6. That was the day he was born. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. You see, some of the things that we do in church that people take for granted. When you give birth to a child and you bring him for naming ceremony, for your pastors to lay hands, you think it's a joke? You think it's a joke? Understand this, that when a child is born, before he gets to the age of accountability, before he grows up to know the word of God for himself, to know how to pray for himself, he will depend on the covering of his parents. Are you getting what I'm saying? He will depend on the covering of his parents. And so parents who choose to be unserious, they must have thought, what is God? Maybe at the time I met them, they were already born again. But maybe because they were very wealthy, they just said, all these church people. I have seen firsthand the importance of simple things like naming ceremonies, that you can enter into agreements with God on behalf of your children. The power of dedication, that Hannah said, if you give me a son, I will give him back to you. Now, you're not in this generation. We say you must ask the child